There is no way ever that Kate is popular than Meghan. Never in a million years. There's never ever going to be a time where the leftover royals are going to be more popular than Harry and Meghan. And just when you think that these idiots are who conduct these polls, which by the way, I know that just lies. It's like to stroke the leftover royals' egos to remind them, don't worry, we write about them day in, day out, but you guys are popular. Don't worry. Why you worry? These are the polls. This is what these polls are saying. You see, you are number one. Oh, you are number two. I think that's what they just do, because after the recent BBC bombshell interview and also the VE celebrations, now these polls are coming to light. And they're also again trying to convince the public that the leftover roles are more popular than Meghan and Harry. Because I remember during Prince Harry's security case appeal back in the UK, he just landed. And every tabloid, every newspaper, they had Harry plastered all over. Mind you, their king, Charles and Camilla, had this wedding anniversary in Italy. And the tabloids, the media did not care. William, I don't know, was watching football or whatever. They did not care. It was just Harry, security. Harry's in UK, Harry's... The recent VE celebrations, right? You'd think they'll focus on that, but somehow they just found a way to drag Meghan and Harry back into the entire thing. Like their tabloids, everything. It's Harry and Meghan. And you say, if these people are so irrelevant, if these people are not as popular as you claim, why are you constantly talking about them? Why are you constantly writing about them? Because if someone is irrelevant, if someone is not popular, I will not be fixated on them. I will not be obsessed with them. I will go focus on people who I think are popular. But clearly, the UK press is so hypocritical. They are hypocrites. They don't do that. So now, again, I love this Feminegra, this tabloid. They write amazing pieces. You guys should definitely check them out. They are also pro Harry and Meghan. That makes me love them even more. So no, Meghan Sussex isn't losing popularity. The data exposes the real bombshell. You hear that? Her girl is so damn popular. You cannot convince me otherwise. Both she and Harry are a power force. They are actually the most famous, most popular members of the royal family, working or not. And let's not even debate on that. Look at the tabloids, look at the media, look at the engagement. That just tells you everything. And that's why you have these so-called media experts, the tabloids, the news. They have to bring Harry and Meghan in so that they get engagement. So they talk about their king or William or Kate. It's not, booming. So who else? They bring in Harry and Meghan. So let me just read it and we will break it up. So Meghan's popularity in the US is being questioned by GB News, which claims she ranks lower than Kate Middleton, Prince William and King Charles. They called it a bombshell poll. But once you move past the headlines and examine the numbers, the story unravels fast. The narrow margins and selective reporting don't align with broader media trends, Google search interest, or long-term public engagement. In fact, Meghan Sussex continues to command more attention, press, and global relevance than nearly any other living royal. While GB News insists American audiences have turned on Meghan, the real data tells another story, one that's far less convenient for those seeking to restore the royal family's media image. So the royal poll GB News cited leaves out crucial context. The GB News article leans on a single poll from Redfield and Walton, where Meghan reportedly scored a 41% favorability rating in the US. They emphasized that Kate received 49% and King Charles 48%, but they ignored one glaring fact. Prince Harry ranked second overall, ahead of Kate, Charles, and William. That detail alone contradicts the idea that Americans have broadly rejected Harry and Meghan. Did you hear that? And then what GB News described as a bombshell is actually a narrow spread of just a few percentage points. These differences fall within typical polling variability. When public opinion data lacks broader context, media outlets can spin minor gaps into dramatic narratives. That's exactly what happened here. Instead of analyzing the overall dynamics of royal popularity, the article focused on Meghan in isolation, something British media outlets have consistently done for years. The reality is that US audiences remain engaged with Meghan, whether through her work, her media projects, or ongoing public discourse. Google Trends shows Meghan remains the most searched royal worldwide. Did you hear that? That Google Trends shows Meghan remains the most searched royal worldwide. If we look beyond a single poll, Google Trends offer a clearer, more continuous view of public interest. Such data from 2004 to 2025 shows that Meghan Sussex has consistently drawn more global attention than Kate Middleton, Prince William, or King Charles, especially after 2017. The only times Kate surpassed Meghan were during her 2011 wedding and the brief period in early 2024 when her unexplained health issues fueled media speculations. In contrast, Meghan spikes in interest align with major interviews, charitable work, and media launches, events she has shaped and led. Her sustained visibility, especially in the US, challenges the notion that she is losing relevance. Such interest isn't just about scandal or sympathy. It reflects cultural influence, curiosity, and the abilities to set the agenda. Meghan leads in all three. Then media coverage confirms Meghan and Harry drive global conversation. The numbers back up Meghan's Sussex popularity. In the last 3 months, Meghan has been the subject of 2,117 stories, more than any other royal. Prince Harry follows with 1,727. King Charles and Prince William trail far behind, while Kate Middleton has just 136 stories in the same period. If popularity were defined by global media engagement, Meghan will be in a league of her own. And then coverage volume matters because it reflects editorial priorities and public appetite. And it isn't just left-leaning publications reporting on her. According to data, 44% of Meghan's coverage comes from right-wing outlets, many of which portray her negatively. GB News in particular has published over 340 Meghan-related stories in 3 months. By contrast, they've published just 30 about Kate. That discrepancy reveals how some media outlets are actively constructing narratives about Meghan's unpopularity while profiting from the very attention she draws. And then Meghan Sussex metrics make the royals look irrelevant. For a woman the tabloids insist no one likes, Meghan Sussex is doing unusually well across every platform that actually counts. Let's start with Netflix. Her docu-lifestyle series with Love Meghan entered the global top 10 with 12.6 million hours viewed in its debut week. While critics clutched their pearls, the audience stand up and the show's already renewed for season 2. That's called results. Then came Confessions of a Female Founder, a podcast that dropped on April 8th and immediately shot to number 1 on Apple's business charts and number 2 overall. On Spotify, it ranked in the top 20 nationwide. Meanwhile, the royals' biggest audio splash this year was Kate Middleton's Photoshop scandal. Meghan's lifestyle brand has ever sold out in the US in under an hour. Truffle sold searches up 3,200%. Name a royal whose face can move groceries like that. Well, wait. Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos, whose company doesn't hand out endorsements, likely said Meghan was underestimated and described her cultural influence as undeniable. Translation: she makes content that moves people and products, and the press still can't stand it. And just to add some sparkle, Meghan returned to Instagram in January 2025 and now boasts 2.8 million followers. That makes her the most followed individual British royal, outranking the entire working family in several months, with zero royal funding or palace PR. So while the firm clings to its dusty protocol and royal leaking, Meghan's building a media empire of charisma, competence, and cultural clout. Maybe the monarchy should spend less time briefing against her and more time figuring out how to draw a sizable crowd without waving from the balcony. And then the real threat to the royal is Meghan's Sussex popularity. GB News framed the poll, as tabloids often do, as proof that Meghan Sussex is losing popularity in the US and UK. But if that were true, why does she still remain front and center in global discourse, outpacing royals who still hold official roles, second only to Prince Harry? That's not popularity crisis, that's influence, and it's the kind of influence the monarchy can't control or buy. If Kate were truly more popular than Meghan in the US, then perhaps some other Carol Middleton's company, Party Pieces, wouldn't have flopped so spectacularly when it tried to crack the American market. Meghan isn't campaigning for a crown or seeking public votes. She's a private citizen with no royal funding, no palace backing, and yet she continues to command attention through authentic work, cultural relevance, and a loyal fan base. Everyone doesn't have to like Meghan, but the media fixation on ranking her as if she is still part of the monarchy only exposes their own confusion. Instead of accepting Meghan's global popularity, the British press keeps pushing selective polls and skewed narratives. The idea that Kate Middleton has surpassed Meghan's US popularity might comfort certain royal loyalists, but it doesn't match real-world behavior. Americans aren't casting votes for their favorite duchess, they are streaming Meghan shows, buying her products, and driving her Google search dominance. That's the true bombshell, and it's one GB News would rather bury than face. That is such a well-written article. Feminegra always kill it. I love them. They do research, and then they come in with receipts. They come in with facts. Something the UK media or the press or the so-called commentators cannot say. One thing that baffles me is like day in, day out, they keep claiming Meghan is irrelevant, or she's popular, or she's not popular, she's flopping. But day in, day out, they constantly talk about her. They keep plastering her face on social media. They keep saying this and that about her and Harry. If they're not popular, why do you continue talking about them? You've seen the Google searches. You've seen the numbers. Look at her followers on Instagram. Look at her videos. Go watch her reels. Look at the numbers. Compare that with the other royal accounts. That will tell you everything you need to know. That she does not have palace backing. She's not funded by taxpayers' money. Yeah, they're just fixated on her, and that just tells you everything you need to know. Our girl is so damn famous, and the best part of it all, she does not even try much. She does not try much. She just is her true, authentic self, and these people cannot stand that, and that's just crazy. It's crazy to me. She does not do much. She just has to be herself, and that drives them crazy. So the numbers, these so-called polls that they keep conducting day in, day out, literally are lies. And we know that's just a way to stroke the leftover royals' egos, to remind them that, they're famous. They may be like this, or we may be talking about them, but don't worry. Do not worry. Fear not. You guys are still popular. Don't you see? In America, you guys are popular, but it's just a lie, because they forgot to admit the fact that Harry ranked top. They were targeting Meghan and forgot to say, hey, Harry literally ranked top, unlike the other royals, and that just tells you everything you need to know. So that's it, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, to like and to share. I'm Erald. Stay safe, and I will see you in my next video.